This scene looks fine, but it still feels fake. And watch what happens when we fix just lighting. And most people think that realism in Blender comes from better models, but in reality, it comes from how light interacts with your scene. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to fix that. So right now, the scene looks flat. There's no atmosphere, no depth, and light feels way too clean. In real life, the light doesn't travel in straight lines. It actually interacts with air, dust, and surfaces, allowing the light to become more randomized. So let's add that. So first we need to simulate visible air. A prime example of that would be fog. Alright, so first off, let's add a cube by pressing Shift A, Mesh, and then Cube. And then scale it so it covers the entire scene and the camera too. Like that. And then add a new property for it by going to this red sphere icon, pressing New, and go into the shading tab on top. Then make sure that this drop down menu is set to Object, not World. Object. Then press Shift A and search for Volume Scatter. Press Enter and place it right here. Then I just connect this volume dot to this volume dot and delete the principal VSDF module. Now zoom in a bit and adjust the density to 0.1 and adjust the anisotropy to 0.5. So that creates fog right now. Now change it from white to slightly beige for a more realistic look. So like somewhere right here. Yeah. And make sure that you're in a render mode. So press and hold Z and drag your mouse on top and release. Okay, so what I'm about to say next only applies if you're trying to film the interior of your house or the apartment in Blender. So basically, the shadows are way too clean and too smooth. Probably because this wall doesn't have the right texture. It's smooth, as you can see right here. To fix that, press New and add a bump. Place it anywhere you want. Then add a noise texture. Place it right here, for example. Then connect this fact from noise texture to height bump and connect this normal, top normal, not the bottom, top normal, to normal of VSDF. So this creates a camouflage pattern, but it still wasn't what we want. So just increase of the scale on noise texture right here. For example, 200, and you can see a difference. So it becomes more like popcorn, but it's still too big and too uneven. So now just increase to 1000, which I find best value to set it on, which creates like a popcorn look. Now as you can see, the shadows have a more realism to them and more uneven light on them, as you can see right here. So basically, a noise texture is a random pattern generator. It's basically a grayscale image made of random blobs. Now fact or factor, it acts as a grayscale output of a noise, like a map of values. A bump right here is a function that basically fakes 3D detail without adding any geometry. It's basically tricking the light for the surface on these walls is uneven. And the height on bump is basically an input that takes fake 3D data from noise texture and turns it into an image pasted on these walls. So basically, in our setup, a noise pattern becomes your fake terrain. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.